Hey everyone, tonight I'm doing a video presentation of how we set up the agents in for lead generation, skip tracing, and all that in RCIC Real Estate Intelligence Capital. It's basically real estate capital intelligence community. Um, so we're going to show how we set up the agents and how we get them to work for you, lead generation, skip tracing, and all that. So real quick, I'm going to go to ChatGPT. We have GPT-5. You will need GPT-5 plus. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see this. We're live. Cool. So we're gonna have a couple people join us in progress. Hey Zeke, I'm just going live with the session it's recording for so I can show everybody some things on it. And you demonstrate how users can deploy agents for and 14. Um, um, yeah, so Zeke, I'm just showing up right now how has everybody saw me post about the agents and how you can deploy agents, view lead generation searches and all that. So it's going to be a little bit interesting because GPT-5 looks a little different. Um, so it definitely looks a lot different than 4. I picked up GPT-5 not this last Friday, but the previous Friday. It came during the middle of the night. So I got to get it back to what it normally looks like. Let it catch up for a second. So it thinks a little bit. It gives you two choices now, 5 versus 4. So you can actually just press get a quick answer and it'll give you a quick answer, but it's actually going to show the demonstration real quick. So this is how you can in the AI in RCIC, you can actually set up agents and you can deploy them to go do lead generation, skip tracing. It's pretty cool. So you can do a lot of stuff. You can have it do a lot of stuff for you. So I'm kind of showing people. We're trying to get some more advanced stuff and show everybody how this really works. It's pretty cool. I know. I think Willie's deploying it now, and a few other people in the group. So it'll think a little longer now. GPT-5 has a lot better reasoning. It has a lot better reasoning. The accuracy has gotten almost perfect. People still need to work it. People still need to do about 8 to 10 sessions with it. Over that time, it's going to improve dramatically as it gets to know you, as it gets to know it. And then everybody knows the information is secure. The intelligence, all your inputs are secure. I'm going to try to Kevin's coming on right now. Hey, Kevin, what's up?
Not much, just trying to get all situated here. It takes a
Oh,
while to
cool.
get through the system here. I'm not sure what the deal is, but 3 minutes this time.
Yeah, so I'm showing everybody right now how to use the agents inside the AI. So it's kind of cool. It's really cool how to do this. So I just basically broke up. This is actually, you know, it actually shows like how you can find market cities. This is a buy box template. Basically it was built already. So they're in Florida, Arizona, and Texas, and they put in what so this is my, this is something I set up actually. This is the one that I set up. So everybody, you can do this buy box. And it'll set up and it'll start tracking all your material, all your searches. So here on the right side, it's showing it, what people are doing. So this is the buy box. So I set this up with Evergreen. This is Golden, and I also got one in Arizona. So it talks about what I'm actually looking for. If I was looking for it, I set this up with examples, single family rentals, duplex, small multifamilies. So it actually will go through these things, and then you can go through and you can find out, here you go. This is something that it has the lead scoring rules. So it actually sets up lead scoring. So what you guys are saying is you're saying the agents are tasked scoped workers with a deal submission. They have inputs, tools, guardrails, and handoffs. You deploy them 3 ways. On demand, you trigger in chat with a command. Event driven, you got a new lead, a form, and I'm looking at the sidebar on the right, where it says right now. So lead, form, webhook, and email. So an agent runs or scheduled. You can actually schedule cadences, and I'll explain that later. Market sweeps, inbox triage, social listening. That's what they do in RCIC terms. And everybody knows RCIC stands for the Real Estate Capital Intelligence Community. So we're talking more about intelligence and information now. So this is 10-minute deploy, lead capture, score, outreach. There's no or load code. So the goal is to capture inbound seller score, motivation, and send a compliant first touch automatically. So this will actually develop your touch, your first touch, and people can do Airtable like I've been talking about, which is free. Zapier is awesome, but it does cost money. You can use Gmail, you can use Outlook, you can go to Twilio. It's called Twilio. Make sure you don't use it with Trello, because I know some people they come back and said it said Trello, it's Twilio. If anybody needs information on that one, it's hit me up. Airtable is free. You can connect your job table. You really don't need to go to high level. So it's pretty cool. And then, like I said, so here, like I said, this is the motivation. It's the score. It's going to score. And I'll print this out. I'll show you guys. It's on a CSV. So I'll kind of collapse the table so I can kind of go back to showing you guys some of this. Like I said, so it's going to start with, hey, Willie, I'm showing how some of these agents deploy, and I know you've been asking about it. So let me go ahead and make sure get Willie unmuted. And Troy, so you guys can ask questions if you want. Gwen's coming on. Cool. Hey, Gwen. Cool. I'm showing how the agents can be set up and used. So the buy box, which I said is mine, it gets into lead scoring. So it's going to have motivation keywords. They have a timeline to sell. It's going to score. It's going to give +2 or +1. So different factors it'll score. It has a weight, and then basically equity percentage, condition rating, owner type. If it's an absentee owner, if it's inherited, if it's owner occupied, long term, it has different scores to help you kind of score it. It'll automatically do it. It'll give you a score. So it tells you if you want to work that property or not. Do not call lists, all the TCPA compliance. I forget exactly what TCPA is, but it has to do with messaging people, calling people. Creative finance friendly. It'll give a score, and it gives us a stage. When you get into the outreach, the cadence tempo, here's your outreach, which is cool. So we can kind of open that up a little bit. SMS is texting. If you're calling manual versus agent, email. It'll actually help you do all your communication, all your outreach, outbound outreach, and inbound so you can set all this up. It's pretty cool that way. But as the outreach, and then you get into this is a field app. Let's run this like a field app. Here's a clean live demo playbook. Members can copy right now. I'll get a PDF and post it right now. Deploy agents for lead generation and the rest of the deal workflow without fluff. So what agents are? They're task scope worker with a clear mission, inputs, tools, guardrails, and handoffs. You deploy them in 3 ways. Like I said, on demand, event driven, and scheduled. So the goal is you can capture inbound sellers, score motivation, and send a compliant first touch automatically. The stack, the components you already use. Like I just went through all these. But so steps you capture when a form submits, create a panda row in your leads table. Normalize plus dedupe. Which is basically deduplicate. You do so you don't have duplicates. You can ask for dedupe or deduplication. Hard word to say. But it'll lowercase emails, phones, fuzzy match address, block repeats. That way you don't have repeats. You don't have to worry about hitting something, going through something 2 or 3 times. Enrich is like, parse timeline condition keywords from freeze text, pull your counts and all that. You can apply a rules matrix, motivation, equity, timeline, condition. So you can set all the rules that you want, what you're looking for, and it'll go out and separate everything. Hey, are you trying to, let's see, I'm trying to make sure you're unmuted. But Gwen, got, yeah, if you guys want to say, if you guys have got something to ask, let me know. I'm trying to unmute everybody, but sometimes it automatically mutes. Zoom does when I'm talking or something. I don't know why. So it'll give you the score. A handoff, so log to CRM. You can assign owner, you can set nest tasks, you can add to a cadence. We'll teach a little bit more about this. We're going to get into this over the next like 5 or 6 of these nights. Like
Yeah.
Wednesday night, we'll get a little bit more. So handoff means you can have the lead generation agent can hand off to the skip tracing agent, can hand off to a daisy chain agent, can hand off to the deal analysis, can hand off all the way through the process. All you got to do is sit there and go, is the property worth? You just got to make decisions that it's going to recommend, give you a score, or give you recommendations. You just got to make the decisions. Once you get this set up and it actually is your flow's going, it learns all your stuff. You're telling it what to do, what to look for, what to eliminate. It's going to do it all for you. So proof of life, it'll send a Slack. You can use Slack. I'm not using Slack right now, but you guys could actually use Slack and you can connect it. There's some connection tools that it actually gives you in GPT-5. You can connect Dropbox. There's a few other ones I'm pretty much using Dropbox and Gmail because I have a personal Gmail. My account is actually tied to my personal Gmail, so I could save it for the company one later on. So I can actually connect a lot of stuff. There's probably about 20 different things you can connect. You can connect Canva. It's pretty cool. So all those things it tries to connect you to, but it doesn't seem like you can do it. It's because you gotta go in and have the right account to be able to do that. So when you have GPT-5 on the account that most people have it now, you can connect everything. But there's some things that are advanced you have to do when you're pro, or you have to have a Canva account, or you have to have Google you can to do like Google Forms and stuff. You have to connect physically, like go in here and actually connect it. If I can find where it has the examples. I'll try to find that at the end of the night. So to give you the copy and paste system. There you go. Mission parse, normalize, and score inbound seller leads for fit and urgency. You guys can also, like I said, you're trying to go out and bring in deals you find, so it makes them inbound. That way they're coming into you, then they become inbound. Inputs form JSON. I forget what JSON is, but it comes up. It's a way to actually the language that actually helps you put stuff into like Netlify. Netlify, it'll actually help you guys build use Netlify to build a website. I use the URL, the domain I already have for private money authority, and I connected that just to have a website up. So JSON's a language. Free text notes, buy box, JSON. You get the motivation, the timeline, equity, condition, owner type, creative friendly. If it's creative friendly, if you can do seller carry, you can do sub to. Disqualify if if there's a do not call or no consent. There's also, all the output. You have a lot of guardrails. Never send SMS without consent. Never promise price before underwriting. There's a whole lot of guardrails you can set. I know tonight it's a little overwhelming. I'm just trying to like introduce you guys. Tuesday night we'll do a little bit more. Next Monday and Tuesday. By the time I think my goal is by the end of September to have at least 20, 25 people know the entire process. And I don't even know it yet. I'm still learning a lot of it. So you got your outreach agent. So that's your inbound agent. Now you get into outreach agent, which helps you hot, warm lead from scoring agent. So now you can go make a legally compliant first email and an optional SMS for text. You can set follow-up stops on reply stop. So that way if they push stop, then it basically ends communication. And you can set it to log everything, send it to your Airtable. If you use Dropbox, then you're gonna probably rapidly have to pay $12 a month, $11.99 a month to get the paid version, so you can put the volume of input and output into it that you're going to get if so you want to get Airtable because that gives you almost unlimited, even the free. You're never going to fill your free Airtable with all that. So it gives you all your email. It'll actually write the body. There you go. Like I help homeowners who want a simple, safe sale without showings or repairs if it makes sense. I can bring cash terms option risk offer window is a good time, the first 7-minute call. So it helps you write these legally, you can, and then even helps you with your text messaging. And then cadence, it can stop and reply, otherwise SMS at 24 hours, call at 48 hours, option email at 72 hours, then recycle in 7 days. It helps you do that. We also got a wholesale finder agent, the one you asked for last week, battle ready spec. So you can employ the wholesale finder agent. Here's the command to deploy this. If anybody wants it, I'll make sure I'll have it. I'm gonna have it put all this on a PDF. But you want to use the wholesale finder agent, and this will activate it. The thing about it, the people who are asking about tools, not you got to activate it. There's like no menu, so you want to ask command it to deploy chat style, activate the wholesale finders engine agent, scope all asset classes. This is mine. So you guys, this is what I have it in right now. Prioritize zips 80439 is evergreen, 8041 is Denver. Is golden with nationwide discovery. Sources are SIC marketplace, rosters, open deal boards, public filings assignment, member referrals, verify equitable interest, screen daisy chains, rank by buy box fit, and historical preference. Output top 25 vetted wholesalers per metro with a contact bundle. So I'm actually going to expand this past the testing part, which I'm just doing because I know obviously I live here. But I'm going to expand this nationwide so I can have the top 25. I'm trying to find the top 25 vetted wholesalers per metro. There's about 250 metros over a certain size. Imagine how many deals we can get if this can go out there and find 25 in every market, in every MSA market anyway. So to give you the CSV summary cards, which you guys saw me on Saturday. I made one for Gabe. I made one for Sean LeBaron. Markets, assignment history, average discount to ARV, typical fees, contact quality, risk flags. So then it'll go to daisy chain detector agent, quality control before you waste time. You can go to buy box match your agent, turns chaos into targets. Get a new buy box or a new lead deal adjusted. Then you can go to agent cards library. So each agent will have a library. Like I said, I'm gonna have a PDF, so I'm gonna go through this a little bit, and then I'll have it saved to a PDF. There's a scoring and guardrails agent, uses defaults today. It has all the math in here. You can put it, and then you can go in here and you can actually change all this. So you can go through and you want to see what the scoring is, but if you want to change it, if you want to make it tighter, if you want to widen it up, ready to use templates, your buy box template, and here you go. You can download it. I'm going to go ahead and download these, and I'm going to put these tonight into the Facebook group. So there you go. I'll put those into the Facebook group tonight. So you guys will have it. You guys can pull all those up. It kind of shows you how to clean templates. So you can go ahead and put these you can finish those templates and import them yourself. Do it now demo script. To paste the lead intake and scoring agent prompt above into your GPT. Upload the buy box CSV. Said load this buy box and confirm. I didn't put a leads in here. If you find it, you can, it's easy to do now if you guys got GPT-5. Upload the buy box, feed a sample lead form, real or mocked, score and draft first touch, date, and like I said, I'm going to put a PDF out there so you guys will have all this to go through so you can make cheat sheets, paste a wholesaler flyer, post into chat, run daisy chain detector. You can finish with match this on my buy box and propose cash versus term ranges with ski risk. If they do these 5 steps, they've effectively deployed a working lead gen, quality control match, outreach agent chain. Then you can get into non-negotiables, compliance, dedupe religiously. Nothing kills brand faster than double touching a seller. Prove equitable interest. Wholesalers without it go to monitor only, not pursue. Human handoff fast. Hot leads decay in hours, not days. Assign an owner with a clock. And then I said, if you want, I can also package this into single agent starter kit and drop it here. From So I'm gonna have a PDF and a Word. I'll put both in tonight after the session and all that stuff. So I will post it so you guys can download everything that you just saw on screen. That way you can go through it and you can put it to practice and put it to use. And then I'm gonna show skip trace, and then okay. Clean one download. I don't want you guys to have to download a shit ton of stuff. There you guys go. There's a zip. So it's gonna have all this. It's gonna have your agent starter kit. It'll have your buy box template, your lead scoring rules, outreach cadence template, and your compliance guidelines. So you'll have it. There'll be a zip. If I can't get a zip, I'll let you guys know, and then I can try to email it to you. Yes, cover, yes, on the visual. I don't usually like doing visuals because they can get stuck. Actually, no, I don't think you guys will need it because it's time consuming. No,
My
and
zip files,
you,
my zip files never work when it does that.
yeah, no shit. I've had problems with now in visuals, or guys. It's like sometimes I have to actually close out and then reopen to visuals because it seems to speed it up. You guys saw like the new banners I did today. Those were a little pain in the ass. I had actually made a cooler one, but the padding was off on the left and right margins. It was pretty sweet looking for a banner, and it's like, man, it just cut off in the wrong spot. And I tried to work it 2 or 3 times, and then I just had to make that black one. Can you show skip trace? Um, let's see, overnight deal engine and rehab and rehab. The skip trace agent. So it'll find missing owner contact data. It'll go through it, owner name, mailing address, parcel, LLC, county recorded data, business register, utility bills. So what the agent does, it parses the entity, determine if individual trust or LLC. It'll query skip sources, proprietary databases, public records, REA, partner APIs. It cannot like go on to like through paywalls, but if it doesn't have a paywall, most all the public sources don't have them, but it can't like go through a paywall. Rank results by confidence, cross-match DOB, date of birth, relatives, addresses. Your TCPA and DNC obviously do not call, and then also TCPA deals with the messaging. Numbers on DNC flag mail only. Generate clean record with multiple channels ranked by contact quality. So your outputs will be verified phones. It'll be ranked 1 to 5 stars. Emails scored deliverable versus spam trap. Mailing addresses, primary forwarding entity. Risk flags, DNC, privacy request, deceased match, CCPA opt-out. The guardrails must log consent opt-outs. You can set it to log it. Never merge personal and business without cross-check. If you guys wonder, you can also connect that tracker that we have. It's pretty sweet that we've talked about. It's manual, but anyway, just use here. Set up Dropbox, connect it to your Dropbox, set up Airtable, get Airtable. You can watch the YouTube videos on Airtable and set it up in like 30 minutes, an hour tops. Watch a couple of you can find on YouTube a couple of the demos and set up Airtable. It's free. I doubt anybody, unless they're really a big time lender or a wholesaler doing a lot of disposition. You're doing 100 deals, potentially looking at 1,000 deals to analyze a month to get down to like 10, which is stupid to do that many. Because you guys here, you don't have to ever worry about the trash. You're not going to get it. You tell it what you want. It's gonna find it. If it's not out there, then you just go wider. So you go specific, and then you can just keep going out wider. It's gonna find it. You never have to deal with bad shit. Skip trace this parcel 80439 19-2-00-001 return owner information. That was actually the one on Cedar that I showed you guys. Rank phones, emails, GNC flags, and forward addresses. So that would be your sample command. So eventually, like I said, you can actually make like a guide, and you can have that like you just have to copy and paste. It's unfortunately you can't have it in this, but you can copy and paste it and stuff. It's pretty cool. Overnight deal engine, mission run block ops comps overnight, ingest deal list. You can put a CSV or an Excel in with 100 addresses. As long as it has the address, it has the city, state, zip code, and county, and a little bit of information. You can put an overnight deal engine, and it'll work. You can put 100 deals in with the CSV, and you can enter it through the plus, put a CSV or Excel in. Run all your comps engines, flag your hot deals, and wake you up as a scoreboard. Get put in your your deal list, CSV, JSON, Dropbox, I'll ask it to explain JSON more thoroughly because I've used it a little bit when it tells me to. Market boundaries, zip, state, MSA, 80439, Colorado. The MSA for evergreen is still going to be Denver because it's the overall, and it's probably, I don't know, I think Kevin, Denver's probably 750,000, 800,000. It's probably 1 million people when you consider like going all the way to Thornton, all the way to Castle Rock, Evergreen to like probably out to Watkins in the east. So you put in your investor buy boxes, your process and normalized property data address, number of BAS, square foot, year, lot, full comps, MLS public record, RCIC database, and AI image matching. So it can go through like how I found that property in Texas last week that I showed everybody. Run valuation ranges, ARV, low, mid, and high. Estimate repair tier, light, medium, heavy from text and images. You guys put in the text, you guys get all the images, put it in there. I'm about to show a Rehab Estimator, and you can come in and you can, you put in images and you get a little bit of text, a couple paragraphs, you get, then the pictures alone will say what it needs to be done, and it should be able to generate you pretty accurate. It's going to get more accurate the more you do it, especially the more you do it in certain markets. If you're working a certain market all the time, it's going to get a lot tighter and more accurate. Aptly buy box fits scoring and margin. Apply, sorry, I almost said aptly. Apply buy box fit scoring and margin analysis. Rank order deals, top 10 high margin overnight. So then your outputs, your property table with your ARV, your max level offer, your fit score and risk flags, suggested cash versus term offers, ranges, not commitments. You got a PDF at his CSV morning briefing as the top plays. The guardrails always output range, not single value. It protects from false precision. Flag missing data. So here's your command: run overnight deal engine on this Dropbox leads Denver. That was actually the what I found from I got that from Connected Investors. So anybody wants to go to Connected Investors and Google and see if Connected Investors still is running their 100 free leads, pull a zip code that has 100. I pulled it, only gave me 11 because it was in the Evergreen. Once I got it down to 80439, pull it. Let's run it. If anybody wants to run it, we'll run 10 or 12 of them over the next couple of weeks, and we'll show you guys. We can actually start putting a shit ton of properties in. Deliver briefing by 6 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It's going to actually say whatever your time is. Rehab Estimator engine. Here you go. So that was your skip trace agent. Your Rehab Estimator engine. Give a quick ballpark repair budget by parsing descriptions, photos, year built, and local cost libraries. It's going to hit like HomeWise, and it's going to hold the public databases. Eventually, I'm going to try to. It's because it's a sizable financial investment. So once we get HomeBase going, it's a cash cow. I can go out there and buy all the information we need everywhere. I can get 30 more databases and lenders and funds and fund managers and all that. And I can buy like all of the data from RS Means, which is like they get down to the nitty gritty. I could get Xactimate. Xactimate basically is the one of the two programs that insurance companies use for insurance claims that a lot of contractors have. So when they send a thing to State Farm, they have the pricing. And insurance companies don't pay like full market value. So a lot of restoration contractors have to fight with them. But if you guys are doing real estate investment, using insurance pricing is probably pretty good because you can sell the house at market price, but if you can go ahead and get all the work done at the price of the insurance company, because they do get all the work done, you could end up increasing your profit by probably 5 to 8%. Property details, beds, baths, square foot, construction type, seller agent description, keywords, roof, HVAC kitchen, so whatever that is in the seller agent. Run daisy chain detector because it'll go through and find a ton of it could find previous listings. So what if the current wholesaler doesn't have they have vague information, but you just found the listing of the listing that the people that's getting foreclosed on bought it off of, and it's still out there. Because I can tell you, my parents bought their house in that new one in 2012, and the listing is still on there. It doesn't even show all the work my dad put into the house yet. A whole bunch of work went into it. Kevin, they did finally finish the bunkhouse, getting that all fixed up again. It's pretty nice in there. So yeah, you got, photos are optional, but yeah, the more strong boasts, if you can get all the pictures, I mean, just get them off of the Facebook. If the wholesaler's out there, just copy and paste all the information and put it in and put all the pictures in and using this. Use it, put the information in and put all the photos in. It'll come back. It might even tell you a lot more information than the wholesaler is willing to give you. Local cost multipliers, zip, RS means, I just talked about RS means while you're on table. Process, parse, condition descriptors, map to line items, roof, kitchen, bath, flooring, paint, HVAC, windows. You guys know all the categories. You can pull up the scope of work that I have in files tab. The one that says Z on it. It basically has the draw schedule. That one is really good because it has over 110 entries. So you can go through there and you can actually then even say, I want to use this as, my scope of work. Apply local cost multipliers, Denver versus Dallas versus Phoenix. Estimate by tier, light $15 to $30 a square foot, medium 30 to 60, heavy 60 to 100. You can make changes if you're in Aspen, Colorado. You're probably up there in that 100 something. If you're in Mobile, Alabama, you might be in that a lot lower. You might be a third of that. Output range and breakdown per category. Cross check against investors' max rehab tolerance. So you can put in what your talent is. Are you somebody who, are you going with real granite, or do you want the fake granite that looks really good and is probably about a third of the cost? Cross check, like I said, cross check everything. Output your low, mid, high rehab estimate per category breakdown. Notes roof likely full replace. HVAC within 5 years. Cosmetic kitchen upgrade. Flag full permit if required. Structural check recommended. Guardrails always disclosed. Ballpark only, not a contractor bid. So it's not going to be the exact, but it's going to be ballpark. It'll help you with making offers and getting it tightened down. You'll probably still have to, you still want to get contractors to bid on everything. Flag must inspect in person. Sample command, Rehab Estimator, 3.2, 1,760 square feet, 1986 build, new HVAC, original roof, patient dated, carpet plus paint, Denver, Colorado cost. And you see what would come up with that. KPIs, all your key performance indicators. Skip trace, 0% of leads with verified contact success rate, cost per skip. ODA is, overnight deal engine, number of new verified opportunities day, percentage of the fit. This will come up with your KPIs, your KPIs, because it'll start mapping it for you. You can have it map it. So you always will have your KPIs. You'll always know how you stand. You can look it up. Rehab Estimator, estimate accuracy versus actual bids, average turnaround. So when you get your estimates and you get from here, then start comparing it to what your actuals is when the job is finished. That's going to help you build up so that next they become tighter and tighter and tighter. As long as you are doing the same, if you're buying the same type of houses, you're buying the same type of storage facilities or assisted livings, if you're keeping consistency within a range, you're going to dial this into dead on. It's going to be deadly accurate. I can package skip trace ODA rehab estimator to second bundle. So yes. And then I'm going to talk about lender matching. We're going to do offer, generator, offer blaster, and lender match. And then I'll show you guys some other cool stuff. And then people, you're on promote HomeBase. I'll teach you about it because tomorrow I'm putting it on like $6.98, gets everybody a year. And that's only good through the September 2nd, then it's going back to 1995. Why do you want to do that? Because it's a cash cow for everybody when I'm doing the revenue sharing. You guys will share in that too, 32% off the top. It's literally something. There are 20 million, basically 20 million GPT-5 paid users. There are 5 million pro, team, and enterprise users at $30 a pop. So think about that when they have, what is it, like 100, it's probably 150, probably 400. They're probably generating about 500 to $600 million a month in revenue. So that's how much potential there is for a HomeBase. That'll allow me, if HomeBase is building, we had a lot of HomeBase people users, we'll be able to actually put a lot of money from that because the other 34% goes into the expenses. And we can put that 34% into buying all the databases we need and all the cost estimates and all that stuff, cost estimators. So here's this, it'll have your deal ops engine, your deal op engine kit in Word and PDF. There'll be skip trace agent, overnight deal engine. You'll also have Rehab Estimator and the KPIs. And then I'm just gonna have them again. I'm just gonna have them at the end of this. I'm just gonna have them merged into one package, so you guys just have one download. Yes. So it's in there now. I'll post this at the end of the night. Yes. No. No. Let's show offer. So I'll show these three, and then I'll go a little bit into HomeBase and show you guys HomeBase a little bit. Like I said, man, right now I'm just trying to get people into it. But 1995, they'll get their first year. So draft compliance scenario specific offers in minutes. Cash, basically all your cash terms, creative terms, and all that. Yield data, address, ARV, MAO, comps, rehab estimate, buyers, buy box, rules and strategy, sellers timeline needs, speed versus price, full ARV and max allowable offer from ODA, from I don't know what we call it something, but overnight deal engine, comp engine, generate offer options, cash terms, autofill contract template, flag all your red lines, all your due diligence days, EMD assignment clause disclosures. It'll generate your one-page offer summary, cash versus terms versus hybrid, your drafted contract, Word and PDF, your negotiation notes. It'll set it up your talk tracks, concessions. So we'll do one more like session on Wednesday. We'll get a little bit more deeper on the same stuff. And then on Thursday on the associates group for associates, we'll actually run some deals. All of state non-binding until executed. Auto insert compliance disclosures. Never set EMD above user defined ceiling. You can change all this. You can put in what your deals are. Here's the sample command. Offer generator. There you guys go. It's going to generate your offer. Then it's going to help you print it. Then you go to off, and they can hand off. You tell it you want to now you generate the offer. It hands off to the offer blaster agent. It's going to blast the offers out. Mass distribute offers to sellers, agents, or wholesalers while staying compliant and professional. Offer packages from offer generator. Target contacts, skip trace sellers, agent list, wholesaler packs. Outreach cadence rules. It does all your cadence rules. That's dealing with your email, your mail, snail mail, and your texting. Personalize your subject lines and intros. Attach our inline offer summary, not full contract. Attach send via approved channels. Stop on reply or stop TNC request. Track open clicks, replies from follow-up agent. Your outputs, campaign log, response scorecard, hot, warm, cold, reply queue, need for human takeover. And we'll talk about that in next when we finish, before we finish tonight. No contract sent without NDA or opt-in protect terms. You can put that in or you can take it out if you want. It's up to you. Ban spam, TCPA, safe defaults, throttled sending, no blast, 200 per day per sender. Here's your sample command again. Now you get a lender match agent. Pair each deal with the right capital source, private, hard, JV, institutional. Deal profile, event, investors, lender preferences, lender marketplace data. The process, parse deal specs, match agent lender criteria, rank lenders by fit score, auto draft lender pitch pack, one pager, comps, rehab estimate, exit plan. Email your lender intros, your output, top 3 to 5 lender matches plus fit score. Pre-filled email intro and one page PDF. Your terms comparison, guardrails, exclude unverified lenders, flag conflicts, daisy chain lenders, usury, gators. No personal guarantee terms once flagged. You could put that in there, no gators. Lender matches, there's your command. And then you got your KPIs, your offer generator, average time to draft order, draft offer, acceptance rate per type, cash versus terms, offer blaster, open reply rate, percentage of replies, the contact stage, and your lender metric, time to funding, number of matches per deal, percentage of lender acceptance. It's going to give you all your metrics constantly. You're going to go look at your KPIs. You do 100 deals, 50 deals, 10 deals. You're going to always know how you stand. You're going to be able to set up, rely on your KPIs and know where you need to improve on. Nobody has to tell you how to improve. You can see it for yourself. Do you want me to package this into the offer funding agent kit? Yes. Yes. At the end of the session, we want one GF on award for them to no cover. No cover. I changed that J. If I'm doing, it actually does really good with typos. Those of you who, well, but I don't like to show them. I like to show people I try to fix stuff. I might think about that in a minute. It's analyzing. Yes, but we're not ending. I don't know if it knows we're not ending the session just yet. Sometimes, believe it, it'll jump ahead and it starts predicting. Cool. All right. No, we're not. No. Next item. Intelligence. Learning. Learning from the user. How it becomes predictive. Okay, the secret sauce. You guys that stayed on here. This is some good information. Secret sauce of how this works. So frame intelligence plus learning from the user so associates see why like GPT-5 isn't just reactive, it becomes predictive. Some of you are probably gonna start who have been using it, like are gonna be able to start seeing this really soon. Data, raw leads, comps, contact information. Your information clean plus structured, skip trace results, deal metrics, all your knowledge, connected insights, how the seller compares to others, what lenders fund deals like this. Intelligence, actionable foresight, what's most likely to close, fund, and profit before you act. RCIC is engineered to take you all the way up that ladder. GPT-5 accelerates by spotting patterns humans miss. So it's going to learn from you. It's conversational memory and embedded rules. So you guys can look that up, conversational memory. When associates use GPT-5 through RCIC, the buy box training, every time they refine a buy box, GPT learns tolerance levels, stretch rules, exclusions, offer behavior. GPT tracks which offers are accepted, countered, or ignored. Believe it or not, it will learn more from no's than it will from yeses. Accepted, counter, or ignored, weighing future offers accordingly. Communication style. GPT will mimic how the user emails, negotiates, or explains terms, making outreach feel authentic. It's going to learn you as you do this, as you go in and ask it to, humanize. So it sounds like it's you. That's what a lot of people in the academic space were wanting. They wanted to humanize. So they did it at GPT-5. They tried to allow some humanization. West workflow signals. If your user skips certain steps, like full rehab estimator, but always closes, GPT adapts future workflows. So you always want to stay consistent with your process. So that way it doesn't make that ad, because it is going to adapt to how it, and you can, you can fix it. You don't have to, have anybody to do it for you. You tell it what to do in the window here. With the system stops acting like a toolbox, starts acting like an analyst who knows your playbook. Probably better than you at some point. Predictive layer, how RCIC plus GPT-5 see ahead. Lead prediction scores leads not just by raw data, but by your historical close rates. The more deals you do in here, the more deals you analyze, the more yeses, but definitely seriously, the more no's helps this become predictive. Just looks like the last few deals you got under contract. That's going to help you close more deals. It's going to help you make more money, have less stress, have less problems, because it's gonna dial in off the successes, and it's going to make that just almost like cookie cutter at some point. Offer prediction: before you click send, GPT can suggest cash likely rejected, but terms of 10% down will hit. It may tell you something that helps you. Maybe for 12, maybe it's 12%, maybe 8% will get it done. It's going to start telling you at that point, the more deals you do with it. Funding prediction matches lenders based on historical acceptance plus market appetite shifts. Bridge lenders in Denver just pulled back, pivot to DSCR lenders. Now, the more lenders in here, the more people that are doing this, it's going to know what they're doing. What are the lenders that are in RCIC or that are being used by RCIC members doing? It's going to help get all the deals done, get all the terms customized. It's going to basically think about just the possibility of having this kind of intelligence and information flow working. It's going to make everything it's going to dial in for you if you know what all the lenders are doing. Even the private lenders are hard to predict right now. They could be all over the place. But what if they're in here and you start dialing in, because this is going to do it for you. Market prediction: surfaces of trending zip asset classes from RCIC data plus your preferences. Examples in action: you've closed 4 deals in Denver in the past 90 days. All were retired landlords at 20 to 40% equity. The rehab is under 60K. You passed on 7 leads with a high ARV, but 120 house in rehab. It would have been over. You accepted 2 terms offers, rejected 5 cash only. It's going to eventually give you the KPIs. It's going to tell you what you did and what you didn't do, and it's going to help you avoid the mistakes in the future. Or, it's basically eliminating chaos. Prediction layer output: this new 3.2 and 80205, which is the Denver, matches your last 4 wins. Equity 35%, rehab 55K, absentee owner, timeline 30 days, recommend immediate offer with terms option, 72% likelihood of acceptance. Imagine that if you're able to start getting a score and you're getting a percentage on which that it'll recommend if you do this, and it starts doing it, you start closing more deals, you start making more money. Guardrails for predictive AI in RCIC: never override human decision. Like, it's key. That was one thing Ari said back in November. He wasn't really, looking forward to going what we're doing. When I was talking about the ecosystem, he didn't know we're going to AI. But yeah, you still have control. The human still has control. Predictions are probabilities, not certainties. Always disclose confidence percentage so users know if it's a 70% or a 30% match. Stay compliant. Predictions never push illegal outreach, only guide prioritization. Transparency: users can see why GPT predicts past deals, lender behavior, market comps. This is the pivot from reactive hustle to proactive control. RCIC plus GPT-5 aren't just answering, they're forecasting. So associates can work ahead of the curve. You want me to generate a visual flow diagram? Yes. We will do one visual and test it and see if it's going to work. Hopefully it doesn't take like 5 minutes, because the visuals got a little bit slower, but they got a little bit more accurate. Still have some issues, but they seem to be like, OpenAI seems to be on top of a lot of stuff right now. Yeah, that was pretty good. This will download. I'll post this. I'll post this later in the Facebook group, because I go here now. I could actually have to go back and work my way back. So data, information, knowledge, intelligence, prediction, with context under each stage. So members can see how RCIC plus GPT-5 evolve from raw leads into predictive and foresight. Yes, no, they'll put it in the PDF. So like I said, you guys will have one download, and I'll send it to you guys individually before I post it. So everybody who's on the session will get it before everybody else in the group. Yes. And include it in the final. No, it's going to be in there. Let's see real quick. Okay. Mm. One, two. Watch this, guys. 20 things you guys can search GPT for. You can use 20 base use cases. There you guys go. There's 2,500, 1,800 tools are in HomeBase. Actually, really, and then so real estate investors, you guys can all go through all 2,500. If somebody joins HomeBase only, it is designed to lock them out of tools 1 through 699. You guys can access 1 through 2,500. You guys look at it. There you guys go. Gets into real estate and housing. The best part is eventually as we get a lot of stuff, you guys, we can set it where if they're looking for an apartment and you're doing multifamily, it could theoretically connect you. If you're so, like I said, you got verified local contractors for a bathroom model under 15K. Show me homes for sale in Evergreen with mountain views, 3+ bedrooms under 600K. It could actually, connect with Danny. Could connect with any of you. Get me a moving company quote for Denver to Phoenix in September. Check if my landlord filed the rent increase notice legally in Colorado. Home insurance quotes for a 400K house in Texas. You guys, I'm not going to go through all these household services, lifestyle, and consumer. What concerts are happening in Denver the next 30 days? I got tickets to Chicago at Fiddler's Green in Colorado, and I saved like $100. Reserve a table at a top-rated Italian restaurant. Get me a pet sitter for 3 nights with background check resources, finance, and health. Key points for associates: home-based is consumer first, not just investor-centric. Each request routes to vetted providers, partners, or RCIC members. Every solved request equals deal flow plus revenue share opportunities for associates. Yes. Yes. And the special ones tomorrow. And September. Then I'm going to ask it one more time to show you guys some stuff. And then we're going to, yeah, we'll be done pretty quick. Yes. And then, yes. And then, answer. I'm going to, it's going to do that caption. Here you guys go. So approximately 10 million paying subscribers globally. OpenAI hasn't publicly confirmed any subscriber counts, but there's about 10 million. There's 10 million, so that's $20 a month, so that's 200 million. The annual 600,000 individuals subscribe to team and enterprise business combined. They don't have a public breakdown. They said it could be as high as 20 million, but right now they say around 10 million. There's altogether about 100 million users. Now, so that is GPT-5, GPT plus, by the way, and all that on the 5 level. No, no, they're million users a week. 700 million. That's I put 100 million. 700 million weekly active users, up for 500 million. So it's a 4 times jump over last year. That's pretty. I thought it was 100 million. I saw somewhere they're saying 700 million at weekly active users. Hundreds of millions using ChatGPT every week. Estimates vary, but data suggests 700 million, 800 million active users weekly. So it has that. The GPT subscriptions like 6+ is gonna be for business pretty soon. Pro, team, and enterprise. 10 million subscribers, 1.5 for enterprise. And the team pro GPT-6 numbers for these tiers haven't been disclosed publicly because it's still kind of a pros and businesses. It's also so it kind of tells you guys there's a lot of potential here. Okay, let's generate. File. So yeah, that's pretty good, guys. Anybody got any questions? If you guys are still need to get it, let me know too. And I have kind of figured out the little bit better. It's not quite one-click activation, but it's closer. You still have to do two. If anybody's going to watch the video and they have GPT-5, like you just have to use the prompt to get it. If you still need GPT-5, it's probably better to get it. There's two processes, and I'll just make sure everybody has it. If you guys need to go through the process, let me know, and I'll do it live with you. Here's my title, my description, all my downloads, all the topics, my tags, my thumbnail. Session complete. All right, we're going to steps to share. So I know everybody's kind of probably a little overwhelmed, so I'll make sure that PDF and Word is available tonight. I'll get it to you guys first. They're in the group. I know Zeke and Kevin are on as well. Zeke's still on. I'll make sure you guys are. I'll get it first before the other associates who aren't on. But that way there'll be one PDF for in one Word. And that way you guys it'll have these flows and stuff. But don't worry, Wednesday night we'll do it. I'll record it if you're not on. Thursday night, if anybody can find some, because I'd like to start running some deals you guys are working on so we can start, getting some stuff, put in the system. The more that it starts getting work, the better it's going to become. It's going to zero in. Like I said, it's going to learn you guys. It's going to become predictive, which you guys want. You guys want it to be able to tell you this. So you're not closing that many deals if you offer this. You're closing more if you offer this. That's just a better way to do things. Troy, you'll be able to you and Willie and all the people that do anything with capital. You guys could put like 100 deals in there at one time and have it analyze everything for you. It's kind of sick actually. It's really in a good way. Anybody got any questions? Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll do the sessions like I posted today. I did post that visual you guys saw on my kind of weekly schedule. What I'm telling everybody now, and it does have my number. Believe it or not, a lot of people like, here's my number, here's my email address. Just like if you guys are gonna call me, like just let me know, like so I can expect you because I got that RoboKiller app. It kind of blocks everything. Like unfortunately, the first time I used it, it blocked my mom. One time I had to put her, so I have to literally put you in the system, and it doesn't block you. But if it just goes straight to voicemail, let me know and I'll call you back. But anybody have any questions on this tonight? Or anybody want to yeah. Well, otherwise Wednesday and then Thursday night's associates, we're gonna keep doing this. And like I said, HomeBase is gonna be a cash cow. You guys just saw the numbers and how many are on there. If we can reach out to get HomeBase and a lot of people, that's gonna generate money that can come to you guys. We'll do a couple different ways. We'll determine a threshold once revenue starts coming in, at what point we start paying it out. The other option is we could actually invest that money and put it into, we take the 34% and we'll put it in our company and our expenses and building all the stuff up, which will still help you. But we could take that 33% and just specifically put it into the people that are in the associates group, and you guys to support, build you guys up. So there's a couple different ways we can do that, and we'll kind of, like I said, we'll kind of put a plan together, maybe between probably around the same, maybe between maybe in October or November, we should start having the numbers. But definitely tomorrow through September 2nd, they can get HomeBase for $6.98 for the first year. It'll go back to 1995. After the first year, probably I will then make adjustments. Whether we do an annual or we do a monthly or something like that. There'll also be a business plan for if you have businesses. If you guys, on HomeBase, on the consumer side, we won't pay any commissions out. But if you when we have a business plan, you guys will get 50% commission if you bring a business after the 5% processing fee. And then the same goes if you do a lifetime. If you bring in a lifetime member to RCIC on the real estate side, I'll pay a 50% commission. That's $194 right now. We won't be able to do that on the monthly because it's not really, it's like 10, here you go. If you're going to sign up for, $79 a month. I'm canceling the $9 one because I think that one's just not going to, people want to come in, they want to have everything. So cool. Anybody got questions? If not, like I said, I'll have this posted about an hour. It takes about 30 minutes to do an hour long to go through Zoom and to post these assets. But like I said, I'll see everybody on Wednesday. If you got any questions or need some help, just hit me up. You guys saw that post has my schedule, and how to get a hold of me if you guys want to, if you want to talk on the phone. Otherwise, guys, I'll see everybody on Wednesday. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.